Thanks for tuning into the Nuggets Weekly Breakdown presented by Frosted Leaf. Frosted Leaf, Denver's most innovative dispensary, has the hottest strains, no lines, no wait, and a self-paced direct shopping experience that allows a fast yet comfortable transaction without the awkwardness of a waiting room. I'm Allie Monroy, this is Harrison Wind, and we are filming this on the day after the Denver Nuggets had one of the most incredible comebacks in franchise history against the Memphis Grizzlies. Harrison, the Nuggets came back from a 25-point second-half deficit in those final 3 minutes. What was going through your mind?
The same thing that was probably going through your mind and a lot of your guys' minds watching at home. I thought Denver was done. At halftime, in the third quarter when they were down by 25, in the fourth quarter when they were down by 17, but an unbelievable defensive effort in the second half. That's one thing that stood out. They allowed Memphis to score just 32 points, really locked down the third and fourth quarters for a second straight game. They also did the same thing against Philly back on Saturday. So an incredible comeback in a place in Memphis where Denver hasn't won a lot of games in that arena in the Michael Malone era. So to come back against Gasol and Conley, I know Memphis had lost a ton of games in the lead up to this one. They had beat the Pacers the night before, but it's a tough place to play against a team that's going to make you work hard for a win. So an unbelievable comeback, a historic comeback, one that I think we'll all probably remember for a while.
What or who do you think was the difference maker in this fourth quarter?
The first name that comes to mind was Malik Beasley. He's a guy who was great in the Nuggets starting lineup when he had stepped in there for Gary Harris going back to earlier this month, had seen his playing time cut here. But when he came on at the end of the third quarter, I mean, he changed this game. When he subbed on at the 3:54 mark of the third quarter, Denver went on a 42-19 run to finish the game. So his energy, his shooting, he hit a couple threes in that stretch. His playmaking, he had some really nice passes to Will Barton for assists down the stretch. He was really the catalyst, but Will Barton was also crucial down the stretch. And then Nikola Jokic, Nuggets closer, hitting that game-winning shot. Denver knowing what they're doing on that last possession when they really need a bucket. Those are all the things that stood out for sure.
Well, the Nuggets play in the next 5 of 6 on the road. How crucial was it for Denver to get this win in Memphis?
Well, it was big because they've got a tough stretch upcoming here. The New Orleans game, I got to think that's a toss-up with Anthony Davis injured right now and Jamal Murray's status up in the air. And then on Friday, a big nationally televised matchup at home against the Houston Rockets. We know the types of struggles Denver has had against Houston, not just this year, but going back the last 4 or 5 seasons. So when are we going to get this starting lineup back? That's the big question here. Maybe it's in New Orleans. I think they should probably wait and give Jamal Murray maybe another night off and maybe debut that starting lineup on national TV against the Rockets. How about that?
That would be pretty awesome. Speaking of the Pelicans game, what are a few things you'll be watching for specifically?
How about first quarter defense?
Yeah.
The Nuggets are the best fourth quarter defense in the league, and they're one of the worst first quarter defenses. And we've seen them give up tons of points to Philly going back to Saturday in the first quarter. And again, Memphis, which is one of the worst offenses in the league. They put up a ton of points in the first quarter against Denver. So can the Nuggets get off to a good start so they don't have to play catch-up for the rest of the game? That's what I'll be watching for.
Well, be sure to catch all of our coverage on bsndenver.com. For Harrison Wind, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver. Come check out Frosted Leaf's 3 Denver locations and download their app on both Apple or Android. You can also follow them on Snapchat or Instagram at Frosted Leaf Brand.